It's November 5th. It's about 40 degrees. Wind out of the northwest, 25. It's a nice night. It's cold, but I don't know. We get the wind right. We get the deer. We get the wind, coming from the northwest. Deer from the south. Scent. We get scent all around us. It looks like a good night. We'll wait and see what happens.
Well, you gotta love bow hunting whitetails during the first week of November. And being able to be in the same tree as your good buddy even makes it better. Josh and I weren't in the tree for 10 minutes and the deer started moving as we spotted a nice 3-year-old buck cruising a trail about 15 yards from our tree. Well, this is the type of buck that really tests your patience as a bow hunter. 15 yards broadside. Well, Josh's intense scouting of larger bucks in this area soon pays off, as it gives him the patience to hold off on this nice 10-pointer. Well, our adrenaline started pumping as I noticed this nice 10-pointer that had just chased in a hot doe was now feeding about 40 yards directly behind us. As Josh and I were walking to our stand, we filled a mock scrape about 20 yards closer to us from where this buck is, full of Whitcomb doe scent. And we're hoping about this time this buck is going to put his nose in the air and start working his way in closer. Well, when bow hunting, things never seem to work out as planned, but this buck just so happens to come right into our mock scrape. He puts his back knees together and begins to mark his territory. Now watch as Josh steadies his pin on this nice whitetail.
I think it was a little far back.
That's right. How high up though? Middle?
It wasn't high, it was middle. It was middle.
He's dead then.
God!
That is it.
I cannot believe that.
I think that's as big, if not bigger than Joe's here.
I don't know. His G-force is tall. God, he's tall. Oh, God. I cannot believe first night out. What a night. God, what a night, what a night, what a night. Oh. You said it. Here comes another buck right here.
Nice one.
No, little guy. See him? That just happened. I'm on that video.
Gosh. We got the little buck coming in and that one.
I know there's another one back here. I swear there's another one back here.
Dude, he came right to our screen.
Oh, 1 5x5 comes down. We got a doe come down behind it. There's got to be another buck behind that. He comes by now. We got a small buck here. All of a sudden we hear a grunt. One doe comes in. He follows. I pull back. Unbelievable.
That was awesome.
Unbelievable.
It's, what is it, November 5th?
November 5th. It's probably 10 after 5 on November 5th. Wind's blowing about 20, 25 out of the northwest.
And he hit that scrape good.
Oh, he sat at that scrape for 2-3 minutes.
We put some Whitcombs in there.
Oh, we got scent all around us.
After watching the shot on video, we decided to wait till morning to recover this buck. Josh's cousin and fellow hunting guide David Rose assisted us as another pair of eyes is always helpful when tracking a deer. Although the arrow seemed to look like Josh at least got one lung, the blood trail quickly diminished and we eventually lost blood once the buck entered a clearing. Blood.
Well, it's finally paid off. We're out, me and Sam are out November 5th. Went out one night, stuck this deer. Today is April 23rd, almost 5.5 months since I first stuck him. We looked for him for 4 days, nonstop. Finally just gave up. We ran out of blood, didn't know which way he went. We come back this spring. We kind of said to one another, we know he's dead, we know he's down. It's just not our time right now to find it. Not our luck to get it. We came back this spring, snow started to melt, got back down here, and first part of March started looking for sheds, thought maybe we'd come across it. We looked, been finding sheds here for a month and a half now. As luck would have it, one of our helpers at the farm there was in a tractor. We're actually going to start planting some of this river bottom, putting corn down here. He was moving trees, and as luck would have it, he got up in the tractor high enough so where he could look down, and all these rushes are down now from the snow. Come back this morning, he says, Josh, you know, you really got to go down the river bottom. He says, I found a deer down there. I said, really? He says, yeah. He says, just south of the bridge, which from where we shot, it would only be maybe a half mile as a crow flies. And came down here, I looked for it. He kind of told me, you know, rough idea where it was at. Come down here, couldn't see it, I know it. Me and Sam have drove past this at least 20 times looking for this deer. Drove by down here this morning, come around, didn't see it, and I come around the backside and I could see that rack sticking up. I seen that kicker on that G2 and I knew for sure it was him. When I first come up, telltale sign is right here. We'd seen in September that kicker off that G2 on the left side. And then when me and Sam were up there, when we shot it, we saw, when we went back to it, we saw the kicker, and then we knew for sure that was that same buck we had on Cuddy back. And when I pulled around these trees, I seen that white sticking up. I said, well, it's possible. And I come up here and seen that kicker. It was guaranteed then. It was was him. 5.5 months later, it was him. I'm just glad we got him. I don't care if it was a day or a month or 6 months later. I'm just glad we got him.
He's gonna look nice on the wall.
He'll look real nice on the wall. Biggest deer I've ever shot. And to get him with a bow is just unbelievable. First night out with Sam. Sam's the lucky man. If you've seen some of his footage, he is the... You think he's got Irish blood running through him.